Staycations are on the rise and many more of us are enjoying going on adventures alongside our dogs. But if your dog is uncomfortable in the car, or perhaps they find it an overexciting experience, that may be putting you off going on those travels. I'm Caroline, Certified Animal Behaviourist and Dog Trainer, and in today's expert series of videos, alongside Dorwest Herbs, the experts in herbal pet care, we're talking all about car travel and how we can make it the best experience for both us and our dogs. There are a number of reasons as to why your dog might be uncomfortable in the car. It might stem from early negative experiences, such as a puppy, your dog being removed from its mother or taken to the vets. Unfortunately, in those early days, everything that we do around the car seems to end in a bit of a troubling experience for our dogs. There also might be a little bit of a physical element. Either your dog may have some pain, so they feel a little bit uncomfortable and unstable when they're in the car, or perhaps they have a sensitive tummy, which means they feel a bit nauseous when they're travelling. If your dog suddenly seems to be finding car travel difficult, then it's always worth getting a vet check just to make sure that there's nothing underlying from a pain point of view. Where your dog is contained when they're within the car can actually impact their experience as well. So if they find it a little bit slippy and slidey on the back seats, or perhaps they find it really hard to be confined in the boot, may actually mean that they're feeling uncomfortable. And if we just switch around their position, that might make a massive difference. So let's talk about some of the ways that our dogs can travel within the car. First off, it's really important that our dogs are restrained during travel, and part of the highway code laws say that our dogs mustn't be able to distract us while we're driving, and also to avoid injury to either themselves or to you as the driver. So it's important that they're either in a crate that is suitable for car travel, or they are clipped into a dog safety harness. They can also be in the boot behind a dog guard. Any of these ways are going to keep your dog nice and safe, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be comfortable while you're travelling. Thinking about what your dog can see out of the windows might be part of the picture for them, and if they're a little bit more reactive to things in the environment, if they're travelling in the back seat and have full view out of the windows, that might be harder for them than travelling in the boot. If your dog has a little bit of separation anxiety, travelling in the boot of your car might be more tricky for them because they're further away from you. So sometimes it is a little bit of trial and error to see where your dog is going to be most comfortable as well as most safe when you're travelling with them. If you're planning a staycation with your dogs this year, then it's really important we put in some preparation in advance of any travels. So in the few weeks before you're going away, think about having a little bit of a break initially from car travel. So that's giving your dogs time to not have daily negative experiences in the car, but it's also allowing all of their stress hormones to just deplete, and they're going to feel a lot more relaxed generally. It gives us time as well to start to do a bit of training to create a really fun, positive experience around getting into the car or even just being around it. So while you're having this time off from those car journeys, think about how we can make this car seem like a really fun place to be. So to start with, you might just scatter a few treats around your car in advance of any of your nice daily walks that you're taking with your dog. And as you leave your home to go out for those walks, just let your dog snuffle up those treats and then they move on and continue their walk and enjoy themselves. As your dog gets more confident and is quite happy eating those treats around the car, then we can start to build the treats or toys inside of the car. So just inside your door, just scatter a few treats or hide their favourite toy for them to find when you open that door. It allows them to create a really positive, almost anticipation about that door opening because they know there's going to be good stuff inside. And at this point, we're still making sure that they're not going on any daily trips in the car. Eventually, we can start to have our dogs actually moving inside of the car and enjoying something long-lasting to chew, like a filled food toy, for example, or something to lick or sniff for. Anything we can do that's going to lower those stress hormones but create a positive experience at the same time, such as licking, sniffing and chewing, which are great for our dogs to experience, is going to make a much better association with being in the car. At this point, we wouldn't have the engine running, but over a few days and repetitions, then you can start to turn the engine on and off for very short periods of time. As your dog gets more comfortable, we can then start to make those journeys, just little short ones to start with, always ending in a positive experience. Avoid taking any unnecessary trips where your dog might have a negative experience at the end. So if they need to go to the vets, try to get them there in a different way. And in the meantime, we want them to just have loads of fun at the end of any car travel. So going for fun walks, play sessions with their pals, whatever it is that your dog really does enjoy. If you have a really nervous dog, then adding in some herbal supplements may help their association with the car, because overall we're going to be reducing their anxiety, and so they're going to be able to cope a little bit better with the experience. For our extreme nervous dogs, then we want to start thinking about adding in that skullcap and valerian tablets in advance of our trips, so a couple of weeks before you're going away. And then what we can do is top this up with some of our valerian compound on the day of travel. This can be placed on your dog's bedding as well as consumed. And if you've got a dog who has a little bit of an upset tummy and tends to get quite nauseous with car travel, add in the digestive tablets as well on the day, and this will just really help ease their tummy. On the day of the travel as well, we want to make sure our dogs have had a really good experience before they get in the car. Nothing too arousing, but they've had a nice calm walk where they've been able to toilet and make themselves feel comfortable. And they're also a little bit tired, so adding in a little bit of a mental workout for them with some trick training before you set off is also a nice thing to do. Try to break up your journey so that your dog has plenty of opportunities to toilet, so that isn't adding any stress into the whole process. And when you get to your final destination, if possible, try and have a few days off between that arrival journey and the one to take them home. While you're staying away, try to take local adventures as opposed to having to go in the car every single day with your dogs. From both myself and the team here at Dorwest Herbs, we hope that you found this video useful and it's given you some ideas of ways to improve your dog's emotional response to travelling in the car. If you're going away on adventures with your dog this year, we really hope that this will create better, calmer travel for you and that you can enjoy yourselves when you get to your destination.